What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute. Uh, Life around here has gotten pretty busy, so it's kind of cool to every now and again have a Thursday or two off. Next year, I'm going to try to reduce the schedule a little bit more. You're going to see probably some FL Thunder digging with Rob, some We Dig It's on Thursdays to break up the monotony every now and again as much as they want to. Um, Tonight, it's going to be an opportunity to kind of, it's not like the year's over, but kind of reflect and kind of look back a little bit and just make sure that everybody knows who we appreciate, who we love, who we care about, who's impacted our lives this year, things, people, ideas that we're thankful for. It is that time of year. Also, we're going to have various members, Monday Digs crew, that will be stopping by probably, not for 100% for sure, but some of them will be stopping by and kind of get the opportunity to express what they want. If it's a low turnout and there's anybody in the chat that would like to spend a little time up, please do. Also, it's Member Appreciation Day. I'm not saying what that means, but it means something for the members that are here. I like it when the members show up for that day. It lets me say thank you to them in my own way. Let's see. Member Appreciation Day. And at some point tonight, we're going to go back to a stream that was 364 days ago. And we will see the difference in who's here now and who was here then. Some of the names are going to surprise you, but a lot of you guys are the same people. So that just goes back into me telling you how much I appreciate all of you, especially the ones that I talk to on the daily basis. We text message, we have conversations over Facebook. You guys really do mean a lot, and I think we've accomplished a lot this year. And we're going to talk about a little bit of everything tonight. If I miss something today, I will bring it back in next week. I will continue this on because it's really an important one for me. I'm not sure if I'll be here on Thanksgiving night. That's yet to be decided for us as a family. But that being said, I'm going to go through some of this chat really quick. Also, I put up there on the Q&A portion of today, if you guys keep posting what you're thankful for, hopefully I will see and have an opportunity to click on it. So here we go. I'm going to go back up to the top because you guys obviously get chatting really fast. Detect, Dig, and Smile was in here very early today. Thank you, Pete. Very much so. Hashtag Monday Digs. Hashtag viral. Hashtag metal detecting. Him and Randy have been hanging out, I can tell. Starry's Lost and Found. Mr. Steve said that they're going to have negative temperatures in Iowa this weekend. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going digging tomorrow. Metal detecting with Randy. Everybody take a minute and congratulate Randy. He reached his goal of 2K subscribers by the end of the year. It wasn't that long ago that his YouTube channel got stripped from him and he had to start from scratch. Please show Randy some love and support and congratulations. Hey, and you know what? If you're trying to grow, ask him what some of the things that he did to grow. He's done a few different things. I know that he posts on Mondays with us sometimes. He runs a lot of shorts. He's very consistent with them. Randy's been doing a great job of using YouTube to gain what he wants. My buddy Tim, Alley Cat Treasures, I call him my son. He's definitely a good friend and has been a friend for a long time. Growing really to get to know that man really well. Tin Man Willie, Mr. Kansas himself. What's up, my brother? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Show me treasure. What's going on? Dropping all the likes in here. My wife is dropping hints on me of things that she wants. So excuse me for that 10 seconds that you got there. FL Thunder digging with Rob. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. She's cracking me up. J. Paul is in the house. What's up, J. Paul? Nathan Perez. Nathan was in here a year ago, and a year ago Nathan was having his mother was having some health issues, and he was in here with us quite often, trying, just hanging out with us. And I think I was hoping that we helped that man a little bit at that time. But nice to see you, Nathan, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for re-upping your membership as well. Rick L, hello from Newark, Ohio. I'm not exactly sure where Newark, Ohio is, but you're not too far from me, I'm sure. I'm about just an hour west of Cincinnati, right on the river. Keep on rolling down. We Dig It Gene. We Dig It Gene was my main guest last year, 1 year ago today. 1 year ago, tomorrow. Very nice. Rick asked who's going to Digstock in March. As of right now, hopefully a lot of us. My good buddy Ron F. What's up? My indie brother right there. Hope you're doing well, brother. Really mean that. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter Rob's in the house. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I'm about ready to be cat attacked. Let's see. Practical Ken. Ken is one of my inaugural members in here. He's been with Treasure Fam the whole time. Much love to Ken. He's doing really well on his YouTube venture. I'm glad to hang out with him every Monday. Metal Detecting with North Carolina Mike. What's up? Says it was a We Dig It raid. Gene dropped a video tonight, and I was in here doing research and didn't even watch it. So I will catch it here in a little while. Miss Mary, Autism Magnet Fishing, is in the house. Some of you chat a lot. Really a lot. That's good. Bear Magnetics Chris is in the house. Chris has got a new YouTube channel. He's slowly building it up. Everybody give Bear some love. Zaxxon's in the house. Zaxxon is one of my favorite mods. Does a great job of posting links, keeping everybody up to date on what we're doing. Does a nice job as well. Tony, Mr. Diggs, always glad for Clad, is in the house as well. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And let's get on down here a little further. Miss Leanne Crawford is in the house. Nice to see you. Leanne Crawford was one of my big winners a while back. I think she scored a magnet. Dun, dun. Tom Riley's in the house. I saw that name on my live stream from a year ago. Tom, I appreciate the last year. Thank you for support. Miss Mandy Brown always shows love and is everywhere. I don't know how she does it, man. Mandy is everywhere. Cynthia and Mandy, a lot of times when I go click on a video, and it may be somebody that's obscure or out of the country, somebody that I don't think anybody else watches, and there I will see her name and Cynthia Swearingen every time of leaving a comment there. Two of the best YouTube supporters that are out here. I thought I had channels that I watched overseas that nobody here watched, and they always prove me wrong. Cynthia Swearingen probably has seen everybody. My Muddy Mess is in the house. What's going on? Marty Verstahl is in the house. What's up, Marty? Thank you for stopping by, brother. Rusty Magnets. Clay and Jen, what's going on? How are you guys doing up there in the cold? That's all I think about when anybody north of me. How are you doing in the cold? Cavalry Relics. There's Chris right there. I'm Chris, Ron, whatever you want to call him. Definitely had a lot of fun with him this year in here. Ding dong. And Shannon Dalton's in the house, another long-time supporter. Right on. New York was a blast. Rick, we talked about it a little bit my last time in here. We absolutely had a great time. The Monday Digs crew, we kind of went off on our own little direction, but we got to hang out and meet a lot of nice people. It was a ton of fun. Treasure Hunter X, what's going on? Nice to see you. Oh, that's you, Rick. Oh, duh. I got you. I lost you. I never seen you after day one. Yeah, you got to make sure you get in contact. Sorry, brother. My brain, for some reason, I was calling you Rich, so I may have had that wrong in my head. Hey, it's nice to talk to you. One of the day when we first got there, Rick was parked next to us, and we sat and had a nice conversation. Very, very friendly. Hung out with me and Brian while we were sitting around, just kind of waiting for people to show up. I was glad to meet Rick. Hopefully your finds turned out really good, bro. I never got to see you again. It was really nuts. Johnny Small Pepper, another one of these great supporters that's always out pumping up everybody's channel. Johnny always shares out, and that's really super important, and it helps all of us. If you've had a little bit of channel growth and he's been in there, he's probably helped you in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, Gene's like, oh yeah, Rick. Dude, there were so many good people up there. We had a blast. Okay. Miss Connie Barnes is in the house. Thank you very much, Connie. I appreciate you very much. Expressions of the Outdoors. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Team Black Diamond Outdoors. Thank you for being here. Shows up quite often anymore. I do appreciate it. Mr. Olin Borden. Oof. Hey, that simplex is nice, dude. You got to learn it up. It'll definitely get you as deep as you ever want to go. You'll never have any problems with it. There's another New York, we Dig Stock member Chris at We Dig It, or Wicked Digger, had a great time up there. If you saw his video, we saw him for just a little while, and then he vanished off into the sunset too. Metal detectors, man, we just go our own way and do our thing. I'm gonna say that we're getting closer. Dun, dun. All right, getting close to the bottom, I think. I say that, and then it may or may not be true. 508 Magnets, what's up, Mr. Josh? Nice to see you, my brother. My favorite animal control officer. I always like seeing what he's got, different animals hanging out. All right, guys, so we're going to just sit here tonight, and we're going to roll through content. It's going to be continual. Also, if you guys got anything that you want to post about that you are thankful for this year, that's absolutely, just post it in the chat, address it, to me so that my name pops up, and I will highlight it and hopefully have a second to talk about it. Jason, man, thank you so much, brother. I truly appreciate that. It means a lot. That's a huge donation, and dude, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. The support is awesome. Yeah, so today was going to be twofold. Today we're going to talk about things that we're thankful for, people we're thankful for, ideas, influence, anything that you've got in this world that you're happy that people that you love and that you're glad that you have. Show appreciation to them. Make sure that they know it. Also, respect your life. Respect everything around you. That's such a great way to live. A lot of people just have forgotten how to be kind all the time. And, being kind and being thoughtful of other people. You know what? You may not be having the best day, but if you say hello to somebody on the street, that might make theirs. So just remember that being nice is definitely easy, and we can all do that. And Thanksgiving that's one of the main things is, just show who you're thankful for and what you're thankful for. The other part of this was about, I wanted to go back 1 year exactly in the live stream and see who all was here. And ironically enough, when I go back exactly 1 year in the live stream, my guest was Gene from We Dig It. And we were sitting here having a conversation about almost the very same thing. And guess what? This was not my intention. When I was topic creating for the week, I wanted to start early on Thanksgiving and get into that. And then, And then I decided at some point, hey, if that's not rolling out well, or if nobody's participating, I can always roll back to this stream and we can go through who was here last year and just kind of chit chat about that. And lo and behold, my first guest of last year ends up being my first guest of this year.
That's pretty funny. I didn't realize it was 1 year ago.
It was the 18th of November, and you came on, and a little bit later, we were rated in by Blackbeard Jay for a little while, and we talked the whole hour.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I know, right? Oh.
All right. How's it going, Gene?
Good, Shane. How are you, man?
I'm run ragged. I had a long week at work. It's really cold. Trying to decide whether or not I want to go digging tomorrow. And I just got all my stuff caught up about 15 minutes before this stream started, and I was sitting here finishing up, and I didn't even realize that what was that? Was that a video and the song, or was it just the song? What was that?
Just a song.
That's the one Young Gene's been working on, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess, who better to start with somebody being thankful than somebody that I know has appreciation for a lot of folks. What are you thankful for this year, Mr. Gene?
Well, so much, honestly. I mean, and I know that's kind of cliche when people think about this time of year. I'm kind of sad that it takes us this time to think about things that we're thankful for, It just seems to work out that way a lot of times, where we're not as thankful as we should be. But when you threw this out there and said, hey, we're going to talk about what we're thankful for, the first thing that came to my mind was this year, at the beginning of the year, I hadn't met anybody from this community. And so I am very thankful for the opportunities that I've had to meet people this year. So, we went to see my in-laws up in Canada, got to go to Maine and dig with Ezra and Rob and Rachel and so many people there, Sean. It was just fantastic. And then to think that for my birthday, my wife would get me a trip to New York to go to Digstock, where I got to meet you and Brian and Ken and, so many other people. It was just awesome. And then at the end of the year, we're going to wrap it up in Pensacola. We moved to the island from Pensacola. And so my parents still live there. And we're going to get to go to Pensacola and meet up with several people there as well. So, just very thankful for being able to meet people this year is what I thought of.
It's funny that you say that, because last year, at the end of the year, one of the things that I always seem to do is I always seem to make it a point to because when you start a year off, you want to, and you're in here with your community, the thing that you do is I set goals. And you know what? Every other year, oh my goodness, every other year my goals had been find related. Hey, I want to find $200-$300 in clad. I want to find, rings and gold and silver. This year I really started out with, I want to actually find friends, more so than I had already. And I had already met some really great people from the community. So I wanted to do the same thing this year. I wanted to push it forward and take it to a new level. Yeah. And by getting into doing some charitable stuff for other communities, for the magnet fishing, working with Tanner and Sonia up there and doing that, raising money for St. Jude's at the end of this year, which I've really slacked on after I had a really great start, at raising money for, and then doing stuff for other people in that aspect, after going through all of that, then just whenever I have an opportunity, somebody says, hey, come dig, I go. I used to think, well, do I have the money to do it? And sometimes I do, sometimes I really don't. But, I've prepared to a certain point for this kind of year. I spent my money wisely on my trips. I had never, touched weekly money, and I got to do all the things that I wanted to do. And I bet I've outdug with the people that I wanted to meet, it's been tenfold. I think I was like, hey, if I get to dig with 5 or 6 new people this year, that'd be great. I think we're somewhere around 35 or 40. I went and spent a whole week, a week with Rob up in Missouri and got to hang out with the Beards. You want to talk about a great family to go spend time with. James and Risha are outstanding. I mean, you go right into that house and you felt like you belonged your whole life. So that's where, it's funny because your wish was mine too this year. And I was really thankful for all the people that I got to meet.
Yep. And again,
anything else
me coming from where I come from
on your little stint today, any other things that, I don't know. I know that you're a person that definitely appreciates your life and you love it. So I think you probably take the time every day to think about this kind of thing.
Definitely try to. I mean, the Bible tells us specifically that the will of God is for us to be thankful. So, we try to do that every day. But, just so thankful for this community. I know Mary put out earlier, somebody she knows that needs prayer. And this community always kind of pulls together for that kind of stuff. You were raising money for St. Jude and helping out with the magnets, and these things are just fantastic, and there are times when sometimes people don't get along, but it really is like a family because when things really matter, we all pull together. Rachel's trying to help out someone right now get metal detecting gear together. It really is. It's just a great thing. And again, coming from completely from the outside, I never had any even inkling that something like this could happen, and hey, it's great. It really is. I've got friends all across the world that I hope to dig with one day. I mean, people from different countries, people from all over. We talked about it several times on our trip. I could have never imagined a year ago that I would be in upstate New York and meeting with people. When I tell my kids, I teach some classes here at the school. When I tell them about it, they're like, "So how did you meet these guys?" They're like, "It doesn't make any sense." I'm like, "Yeah, it's YouTube, weird thing." But
that's the best part. A lot of people that I think there's a lot of very similar personalities in the community. People that want to get out and do things, and they want to explore, they want to learn, they want to find stuff. And most of these people in here, you've got people that are adults that have hobbies, and you know what? Their hobbies aren't sitting at home watching TV. I mean, we watch YouTube at night, when it gets dark outside, when we can't do something. But most of the time, people in here are doers, and they want to learn what other people are doing, or if they can't do themselves, they want to live vicariously through somebody else's experience. We find that a lot as well. And so I think everybody's really like-minded. So therefore, when you finally do get to meet up, you really do realize that how much more alike you might really be with some of the people than you really realize.
Yeah. And, if you just sit there and listen to the news or any kind of media, you think the world's just coming to an end and everything is going to be the worst it's ever been. And, if you just turn that stuff off, walk outside and start meeting people, you realize, like you said, you've got a lot more in common with people than you realize. And so don't listen to the talking heads that tell us to hate each other or to not get along. Just go out and find something in common and do that thing. It's really amazing.
Glad you mentioned that. Squatchy, nice to see you, brother. I hope all has been well. I did check my list tonight, and you are entered in a race here in a little while today, but it's nice to see you. It's been a while for me as well from being around. I've been so busy doing 2 channels at once, nonstop. My winter time is my busy time. But I'm glad to see you, Jason. So be sure to hang out a little bit.
Channel, you had 2 lives at the same time. I mean,
yeah. So Alex and I realized that on YouTube, if you go through a third party like StreamYard, you can put 2 lives on the same channel at the same time. We went over 2,000 views in one night. She was running football, I was running college basketball, which is really, we're finding out, is a lot easier to gain viewership on bigger niches like that. But we're always exploring, and a lot of whatever we learn in there, we always bring back to the metal detecting community. and also Monday Digs.
Yeah.
I know there was somebody else that I talked to about coming up, but that I was in here talking with earlier, so it might be a go ahead and a good time for you to pop into chat. But just so everybody knows that Monday Digs is a great opportunity for anybody that has a channel that has a lot of content that wants to put out videos to kind of get that put out in front of other people. So you don't have to worry about YouTube sharing your video out to an audience. We give you our built-in audience to where if people like your content, they're going to hit the button. And now we're going to have some changes going forward with our Mondays. There's going to be some different slots. Some of these primetime slots that we've called our prime time, which has been between 8:30 and 9:45, we're going to sub folks into those. If you're on the temporary list, if you want to put content in there, please hit me up. I'll make a point, and then say you only have 40 or 50 subscribers. Well, we'll bring a built-in audience of at least 25 to 50 people, somewhere in that range. Wintertime gets a lot bigger, and to help you grow your channel if that's something you're interested in. One of our Monday diggers in that time frame is kind of stepping back a little bit. Still going to put out a video on Monday to try to figure out which way YouTube's going with the algorithm. So we may start doing some changes to it. It's not going to stay the same, because if it stays the same forever, it'll just kind of die. So we're going to influx new blood. We want new people to come in. Anybody that wants to create and make a video, get a hold of me. I'm easily reached. There's 2 email addresses right below that you can get me. And for sure, now I need to scroll back up. So definitely do that. Miss Connie Barnes says, I am thankful for family, friends that I wake up to see another day. I'm thankful for all the magnet metal detecting people that through Brother Iron Antlers have accepted me and treat me as a friend. Well, Connie, I'm going to tell you, you're family. And that's because James and Risha took me in. They invited me into their home. They never laid eyes on me for one single second. We'd had conversations on the computer. They accepted me, and I got to go down and spend the better part of a whole weekend with the whole family. And it was like being with my family. It was like the family I didn't know I had. So you are part of that family, so therefore you're part of mine as well. Connie, you're awesome. I see you everywhere, and you're always appreciative of folks. Much love to you, dear. And so one other thing, you go back 1 year, and what we were talking about was we were talking about stepping on each other, and how separating and creating Monday Digs was going to be a good thing. I watched that stream today, and I was laughing. I was really laughing because it seemed like it was yesterday, because it was coming right back to me as I saw it. And that next thing you know, it's a year and a month later, and everybody's kind of reached a lot of the goals. Did you reach most of your goals in the last year?
Yes. I mean, we've kind of thrown out the possibility of having 2,000 subs by the end of the year. It doesn't look like we're going to meet that, but we're going to be somewhere around 17 or 1,800, which is just phenomenal. I never could have imagined it. But so we didn't really set a firm goal on that, but we weren't even at 1,000 at the beginning of the year. The calendar year this year, we were not at 1,000. So, the Monday Digs thing is something very thankful for. Meet tons of people. It just goes so well. You do such an amazing job on that, organizing everybody, motivating everybody. And so it's something I'm very thankful for. And again, we have such a long list to be thankful for. I mean, I think it was Connie put up a minute ago that she woke up to see today. We take that for granted so many days, but man, it is something to be thankful for, that if you wake up, that's a lot of people didn't wake up. So be thankful that and try to make the best of it.
I know this sounds really cliche as to, but if there's somebody that's in your life that you love, you make sure you let them know that you love them, because tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Tomorrow may be too late.
I'm sorry?
Tomorrow may be too late.
Yes, tomorrow may be too late. And you know what? I've gotten to the point now where I make sure that I pick up the phone and I call my folks every day. My folks are both in really decent health, for their age. They're both over 80. And I let them know that I appreciate them every day, just because you never know. You just don't know what's going to happen in the future, and you don't want and regret is a horrible feeling. I know it's a wasted emotion, but it's a horrible feeling, and to try to prevent yourself from that just by expressing how you feel to somebody.
Yeah. I see Mary, she put in there, that they have Friday digs. I mean, I don't know if people realize this, but there's Friday, I think 2 different ones on Saturday and 1 on Sunday now as well. There's a
Yeah.
Digging Sunday that they've started up.
And what the one thing that we realized is that if you take 4 or 5 channels as a group, which now we're at like 11 or whatever it is, but if you take 4 or 5 channels at a group, you make it into an event. You get people from all of those channels, the subscriber base, and anybody that gets their notification, all the impressions go out, and then you have every channel has the opportunity to gain from the other, and so it's just an easy way to get ahead on the algorithm with exposure. YouTube wants people to see your, if they don't, hey, maybe they won't promote your content. Maybe they don't like your content. Well, this is a way that you can force them into doing so. If you're wanting to try to do it and everybody, sets goals and has fun, it's an easy way to just kind of get the feel of what it's like to get ahead on the algorithm a little bit. And it does work. I can sit down, I can throw numbers at you, but I can tell you that within our group of just myself, Gene, I'll go back to when Swampy was still posting days, Practical Ken, and Gary's metal detecting, and Jesse now. And just in that group of us, there's probably 10K subscribers this year. Jesse went from almost 0 to 1,000 in like 6 months. Ken,
I'd say more than 10,000.
Kim is at the 1,600. Brian's at 4K. Gary's at 6,000. There are so many people that have that, not necessarily, I'm not saying because they were just because they were in here, but it helped get their content out there and it helped them. And if you are creating content, send me an email. If you want to make a video and join up, I'll make room for you. I'll find you a spot and we'll start on you as well. Right now, Looter 8, Frank and Tyler are coming in most weeks. Southern Relics comes in every now and again. Mike from Metal Detecting North Carolina, he posts on occasion. And some of the other guys, Randy hit 2K this week. Metal Detecting with Randy, and we just talked about that he had lost his channel. He went from 0 to 2K.
Yep.
And in no time. I mean, he really grew. He really focused on the shorts and putting the Monday videos out. It really worked well for him. And I'm thankful for all your all's results. It drives me to create a video every week and be in here for you guys. And I think the helping portion of it is more fun than anything.
I think some of the best things in life are discovered rather than planned. So many times our plans don't go like we hope. And with something like Monday Digs, it was just something that we all kind of stumbled into. You and I were bumping into each other. So we said, hey, let's premiere back to back. I think you started out calling it the double feature.
Yeah.
And then Brian comes along, and I think that's when the hashtag got created, and it kind of grew from there very quickly too. I mean, it went from just you and I to 10, 12 channels very quickly. And it's kind of a juggernaut now.
It's fun. Marty says, I'm thankful for my wife of 39 years.
That's
kids,
awesome, Marty.
Kids, and that my father had open heart surgery, spent a month in the Mayo Clinic, and is back home recuperating. That's awesome, Marty. I definitely treasure the father, but treasure the family too. That's just what you got to do. That's the thing to do. And if you do those things every day, you're going to get yours that's coming to you. I'm so happy for you, man. 39 years is a long time to be married. In 39 years, my wife will probably have murdered me twice.
That's funny. Health is another big benefit, something that I think we should be thankful for. And, these hobbies that we're talking about, they all kind of help promote that, and when I got into this hobby, I was just recovering from open heart surgery myself. I had a valve replaced. I have a titanium valve now. And, this hobby and interest, really helps keep me going, and it is really good. It's good for you physically. It's good for you mentally. It's just good.
Motivation is a great tool in staying healthy, because if you have something that motivates you to get out and do something, that's really that's the first step in getting out the door, is being motivated. Eagle Eye Prospector, are you talking about our Monday Digs thing? Because all you have to do is produce a video and let me get you set up on how to do it, and set it up for a premiere, and we will put you in and start. We just make sure, the only rule that we really have about it is it's got to be under 14 minutes, and that it's completely family friendly, because we can't afford to go down that road again. We've had that happen once, and I don't want to see that again. Family friendly means, family friendly. Try to keep the language to a minimum, and be something that you would sit down and watch with a 4-year-old.
And no bathroom humor.
I didn't want to say it. Literally, one second. Hey, also, if any of the people that are in the membership program that are in here right now, if you would like, go to the community page where I dropped the post for tonight. If you want to say something, that's fine. If not, I can sit here and run my mouth for the whole time. I mean, we've already went 35 minutes. So with that being said, going 35 minutes, I want to go ahead, and although this list was a lot longer, I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to, and you tell me that some of these people, if they were in here last year, when I name them off, and just tell me what you think when you hear some of these names. The first person in my chat last year on this very 1 year ago just happens to be the same person that dropped the super chat for supporting the channel, and that's Jason at BC Treasure Trails. He always stops by, whether it be just to smash the like and hang out for a little bit. But he's one of these people that I've only got to see like one time on a stream with Marlon, but has always treated me super well, very respectful, always comes in and definitely inspires us to keep doing something. But that was the first guy that chatted that day. And Gene, I'm going to let you guess who the second person that dropped a chat that night in my stream was.
Second person that night is going to be, man, I'm going to guess Tim Alleycat.
No, it was you.
It's me. Okay. Well, I was there that night.
Third person that night is somebody else that I definitely have an affinity for and I care about as a person. Got to meet and dig with this year, and that was Relic Reaper Don. Brian and I got to dig with him, and it just so happens that dig is my Monday Digs video for next week. So talk about coincidences hitting. Miss Mary was in here. She's always around. She gives me more crap than anybody on YouTube, and I love her for it. I did, and also I got to meet her this year when I went to Detroit. On my way home, I stopped by and I met her and her husband for just a few minutes, and got to. I think I delivered a T-shirt or something that day. But Mary's always been sweet to me as well, even though she's mean. I was going to go down a little bit further. FL Thunder digging with Rob, Dave from the PA Relic Hunters, usually are around. Starry's Lost and Found, Gary's Metal Detecting, Nathan Perez, Bill from Digging with Squeak, Tim, Alleycat Treasures, Venture to Low, Cal, Don's Metal Detective, Nathan Perez, who was in here earlier, who is also on that list. His mother was ill last year, and that was one of our topics on that night as well. Here's a channel that I've never seen again, and I don't remember being in here. So if anybody knows who this is, I think the channel name is very clever. Metal Detecting on the Spectrum. And I don't remember who that. I don't know if anybody knows that person, but they were in here and very chatty that day. Also, another one of the big supporters was in here that night. Johnny Smallpepper, Papa Rouse Bill, Pond Scum Miss Kathy. Haven't seen a lot of her this year, but I do talk to her still, so that was really neat. And then what was that? Oh, Mark from Ram Detecting was in here that night. That was probably my first 20 people in the chat that night. And I went through, and there was, and a lot more of the people that are in here today were still here. But that was really cool.
Shane, that is a current channel. His last video was 6 days ago.
Well, I must have, I don't know. I know that he was gray and I turned him red or blue, and I don't know if I ever saw him again. So, and I don't remember, and that's pretty bad, because usually when I turn somebody blue, I always go back when I rewatch to make sure there's nothing in the chat that I should have seen that didn't, and I usually click on the channel, watch a video, smash the like, but I've never seen anything from that person. But Metal Detecting on the Spectrum was a channel that was on there.
That's interesting.
Let's see. So anybody that was in the community tab, if nobody wants to come up today and be thankful, that's fine. I will have Gene hang out for a little bit, because probably not staying super late tonight because it's cold outside and I'm probably going to sleep. But the other thing that I got is we're going to start doing some of the member stuff, and I'm going to start doing that right now. But I'm going to start with the Treasure Fam group. AEW Main Treasure Adventures. What is up, Adam? Monday Diggs. Definitely another guy. Hey, there we go. Fairly new sub. Where'd you go? Dirt Clawed Metal Detecting. Fairly new sub, and just picked up Metal Detecting this year. Welcome to the chat. Let me go ahead and make you a moderator, sir, where you can share your channel link. If you don't know how, somebody in here will do it for you. Glad to have you. A lot of times we talk about metal detecting, but usually we talk so much metal detecting that it's nice to talk about other things too. But
Joel said he's thankful, but his wife is sleeping.
Who's that?
Joel, Drum and Detect. He said, "I'm thankful, but my wife is sleeping, so he can't come up and talk." He said,
"I got you, Joel, and think the world of you too, brother. We've chatted a little bit, and I definitely feel like-minded." Let's go ahead and say, so what's going to be first here in just a minute is that I have a race already set up to run. I have my 8 Treasure Fam members that are involved. The program's going to change a little bit next year for memberships, because that's what my focus is going to be. So I'm going to focus it. And so I'm going to build upon what I've been doing. Right now, we've been doing races for, for a couple free months, or a month here, a month there. But since we're closing in on the end of the year, and next month, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a member appreciation day. So I'm going to do basically, today will be a 2-month, it'll be a 2-month free on your membership for the next year. So I'm going to bring that race up, and we're going to knock that out really quick, which I already have it loaded. And then when I do the other one, that's the one that takes a little bit of time to load up. Let me get the stuff set up here and have this thing out. Let's see. That's it. Set. Share screen. Super full screen. All right, everybody. I'm going to make this thing go huge here. Let me hide Joel's comment. These are the folks that are in the Treasure Fan program. This will be either an Amazon gift card or a Cash App donation in order to just kind of give back to those that have stayed with my membership program. We're racing turkeys. I don't know what all we got here, but we'll bring it up and we'll make it super full screen and go. And here we go in 3. Where's the start button? Oh, let me shuffle it. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Man. Why does the turkey's butt raise up so high? He looks like a bean. A bean with feathers. Squatchy. Steve. Tim's an Indian. He better be careful. Hunters will get him. We got Squatch is a pilgrim. Charlie's a pilgrim. Is that football players? What does a football player have to do with Thanksgiving? Oh, duh.
If they're in there, they should be the Lions, right? It should be a Lions helmet.
Well, that's definitely dead meat usually. Lions did get a good win this last week. I got to give them that.
Yeah, man.
1 minute to go. Sorry, Boston fan. Steve is cruising up. Jesse, totally gnarly treasure, is cruising up for the lead. Here comes Chris from Cavalry Relics, moving back up. Alley Cat and Steve on the inside. Tim's got a beak ahead, and then he falls back. Who's going to be? 30 seconds to go. Jesse, Tim, running the lead. Tim just kind of goes up and backwards. I don't know what he's doing. Rachel's on the far outside. She's creeping up finally. Jersey Ray Diggs. Practical Ken. He's hiding in there. Cavalry Relics. Ken's in the lead. Here comes Charlie digging it back. Charlie, 3, 2, 1. Charlie.
Good job, Charlie.
Okay. Gotta hit that mute button. There we go. Oof. I don't know if Charlie's in the house, but Charlie is our winner. If anybody's got his contact information in your phone handy, let him know that he is a winner. But I think I got all of his information that I need. And you know what? That's just good karma right there for Charlie. Charlie is doing so much for the community on Sundays, giving away them Gray Ghost metal detecting bags on Rob's stream, coming out of his pocket. Charlie's a stud. Gotta love Charlie. But good karma always kind of wins out in the end. So Charlie gets the win. Oh, yeah, let's see who was last. Tim. No, Rachel was last, Tim. You weren't last. You can call Rachel up and let her know that you at least beat her today.
Hey, Shane, Motor City Magnet Fishers was asking what do these people do to be part of the Treasure Fam? Like, is it a step above the regular membership? He was asking.
So yeah, there's 2 levels of membership program. One is ORH entry level, and then the other is Treasure Fam. One is I think 99 cents, and the other is $5.99. And there's some individual content that's out there for them, stuff that was specifically for that group, and just a few other little hidden perks. The entry level is just for those who want to support the channel but can't really support, they don't support a lot. They just want to put their name on something.
Hope that answers it for you, Motor City.
I'll take the prize if he don't join. Puppet, you're my hero, buddy. I gotta say, Puppet is one of our. He is one of our original It's in the Blood family members over there, and he's always around.
That's awesome.
Okay, I gotta drop this screen here. There we go. Okay, so the other part is that I gotta load up the rest of the names for the other side. Anybody that has re-upped or whatnot, I will go back and double check if you're in here right now. But what it's going to be is, and then I got it to make it special for the Ohio River History members. This time it's going to be, I'm going to pay for your whole next year. So if you want to stay in here one more year, I will hook you up with that. It will be a $12 prize and you can have that via Amazon gift card, or you can have that via a Cash App, because I have a fund in there now for that kind of stuff as well. If you want to definitely hang out for another year, I would definitely appreciate it. And that's going to be the prize of this next race. And that will get me close to the 10 o'clock hour.
I think Patty has a pretty good suggestion there, Shane. She says they need to do the turkey dance if they win. So maybe we can get video footage of Charlie doing the turkey dance.
I'll get on that because I think Rob will goad him into doing that.
All right, that sounds good.
I get attacked. All right, I'm going to switch that over and start closing in on that to get it knocked out. So how do you like filling in doing a live every couple of weeks, every once in a while?
We like it. The last one last week, it's funny how each week is different. Of course, we haven't done it regularly, but last week was just felt like we just got started and it was gone. We had really good participation last week. People were sending us pictures. I was able to actually put them up on the screen. I was kind of shocked by that. But yeah, it was good. We enjoyed it.
Oh, wait. Oh, Alex made you hungry? That's what happened to you. I got it. It's okay. We spoke a little bit about everything, Brian, so it's all good. Let's see. I'm going to start putting the names into that other one. The other side of that is, let's see, where's it at? Okay, let's see. I got to see how many names I got to put in here. I know it's a little early, but I know you said you've achieved a lot of goals this year. What kind of goals are you going to set for next year? Because I know that this is Gene's senior year in school, correct?
Yes.
So what are your goals going to be this year coming? Because it won't. Will he be next fall? He'll be going off to school, right?
Yes. Yep.
So
he's as of right now. I mean, of course, things can change, but he's going to a school just outside of Nashville in Gallatin, Tennessee, and it's Welch College. It's where I went to school, and that's what he's planning on doing. And he says he's taking the Legend, and he's going to try to do some metal detecting while he's there. We'll see how that goes, but I mean, really, we haven't even had time to sit down and think about any kind of goals as far as metal detecting goes. But we just want to, do as much as we can with the last couple months that we have. Things are about to really change for the house. When he goes off to college, I mean, we live on an island, so once he goes, he goes. It'll be very different for us. So,
I get it. And what I told you is that that's not that far away from Brian and myself. So we might have an opportunity to corrupt your son during breaks.
Yeah, Brian just said, yeah, well, that's right down the road from him.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? If he needs something when he's in school and he needs an adult, I mean, Brian and I, we can combine to be kind of an adult. So, but we could definitely give some support to the family if you needed it for sure.
And yes, Brian, they are already fighting over his room. But Gene, there is, I guess, a silver lining. Gene's not quite as tall as I am. He's only 6'3". So.
Oh, good. So he won't tower over us.
Quite as much.
Quite as much. Man.
Oh, man.
So if anybody did not see the pictures from Digstock, my reference was Lord of the Rings, and it was Gandalf and the Three Hobbits, man. That's the way that really rolled.
Come to find out, you don't know this from just watching people's videos, but Shane, Ken, and Brian are all about the same height, all about 5'4", and I'm 6'5". So it was interesting. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's never been one that I've ever really worried about, but you had to be one of the biggest guys I've come into contact with.
Nah, it's all good, man. Oh, Mary's saying you're 5'4" is a little bit generous. She thinks you're more around 5'1".
I think Mary's just can't read a ruler.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm getting these names loaded up. There was people on this list that I didn't realize was on this membership list.
I think I just saw Bill post a minute ago that Bill, did you say that your hip now gives off a VDI? What was that, a 78? that what I saw you say? 74 on my hip. He did. That's
Wow.
funny. My
Can't
dad
dig
has had
that
to have,
one, bro.
my dad has had to have some joints replaced, and I always joke around with him and tell him that we're going to have to take him by the recycling yard before we take him to the funeral home. Titanium's expensive, you know.
Hey, you ain't kidding. That's the biggest cost in them hips.
Yeah, man.
I've almost got you guys. Well, not almost. I don't even know how many's on this list.
I'm thankful for Jason's humor. He's 6'6" in heels.
6'6" in heels.
That's what he says. Yes.
I need heels. Man, still rolling, getting these names in here. You guys dug over 100 rings this year.
Yeah, you know, if you know, back to just metal detecting, just we are very thankful to be able to metal detect every day. I know I really do feel bad for people when they're like sub-zero or negative temperatures, because you know, honestly, about 2 hours ago we were at the beach. You know, and every single day it's 85 degrees, so we can go to the beach or we can go dig at old properties that date back to the 1700s. It really is fantastic. I love it. And we have dug 120 rings this year. I've dug I think this year, 4 rings with diamonds. And you know, just it's been a fantastic year. We're going to meet our clad goal, which we set it out at 350 or 375. You know, almost all of the metal detecting goals we've already met and exceeded. So yeah, we're very thankful for that.
You know, I was telling, and I don't remember who we was talking to, but I realized this year I dug more clad this year than I've ever dug in my entire life. I've got piles of clad that I'm still cleaning and rolling, and
Yep.
when I count my money up, because I'm making I've created a Manicore fund, and I'm going to find a way to fund it to where I get that sucker so I can test it and have some fun with it, just so I can learn it. Because you know, when they tell you that something's going to be revolutionary in the industry, makes me want to know. Even though I would not trade my legend for the world at this point in time, I'm still going to get one. I'm still going to learn it, and then when I'm done with it, I'll find somebody to sell it to or give it away or something. But I know I rolled my dimes up first, and I had $100 in dimes this year.
It's amazing how quick dimes add up. They really do. Another thing I'm just thinking of, I just saw Brian post. He can't wait to come. He said his wife said that they're ready to come to St. Croix next year. I seriously do want people to come here to dig with us. We would love it. We almost had it to where detecting the shore, which was what was there before?
I got the coin.
Mark and Angela.
Oh, here it is. Right here.
How can we not think of their old channel? To dive and detect, yeah. So they came to St. Thomas, and you know, it was at the same time that we had a trip that we were taking, so it didn't work out where we could dig with them last year. But they came to St. Thomas. We would love for anybody, like if you come to St. Croix, we would love to dig, even if it's just for a day on a cruise ship. We'll take you around, take you to some places to dig. We would love it. So yeah,
I don't think I had an opportunity to talk to you since then, but not this year coming, not 23, but in 24, my wife's vacation time goes up to match what I have. And we decided that we were going to try to take 2 weeks that summer and brag and get Brian and his wife and come down. That's our goal for 24.
Awesome. I would love that. Love it.
We're really going to try to push it. So we're going to save for it, try to make sure that it happens. But really, it can't. I mean, what did it cost you to fly to New York, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, honestly, it's not much more than just getting to Florida. I want to say we got my ticket for $580, which was phenomenally good. I've paid as much as $900 or $1,000 for a ticket to the States. And again, it almost doesn't matter where you're going. It's just the initial flight is usually $400 just to Miami.
Right.
So yeah, I think it was $580 is what we paid.
Okay, that's not too awful bad. Yeah,
No.
so she was excited. She said 2 weeks on the beach and not having to put up with me would probably be the best vacation ever.
Oh man, it's going to be awesome. I'm telling you.
I'll make sure. You know my personality. If I say I'll make sure it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah, because we talked like this last year and said we got to make sure that the Monday Dig crew gets together, and we did. Almost all of us.
Yeah, well, Jesse was a little bit late to the game, and Swampy wasn't going to be able to make it either way.
Yep. Carrie says 6 inches of snow on the ground here yesterday. Gene, where is here? Do you know where Carrie lives?
Got to be lake effect.
So got to be somewhere around Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, something like that.
Cleveland, Buffalo. It's got to be, unless it's somewhere out west that I'm not aware of.
Bill, I'm very thankful that your surgery went well, brother. AAP says, Shane, thank you for what you did for the family.
Hey, brother, I would do that over and over again. If it wasn't for Juice, I wouldn't have known. Hey, everybody that doesn't, Juice dropped a video a day or so ago. Luke and Becca, they lost their heat, and they're dealing with a family, and they're up in Michigan. And there is I have the link somewhere. I don't have it handy. If somebody would drop that Cash App link, they are in desperate need of a little bit of help. And I don't say desperate need because Luke would have never asked anybody for help. He would have got his stuff taken care of. But we're a family, and when we can stick up for one another and help each other out a little bit, when we have a little extra in our pocket, we always do. And if somebody wants to drop that Cash App, I definitely support anybody because Luke and Becca give it back. They give it to the community. Their community is a little different than everybody else's community, but they always support and praise people, and I love them for that. And I will do it over and over again. All you would have had to do was somebody was just send me an email or a question, and I would definitely help out, brother, anytime.
That's awesome. Again, just the community, and it's not just like, well, we metal detect. We're only going to help people that metal detect. I mean, there are people outside of the community, even outside of the Treasure fam, that the community helps. It's just the kindness of the people. That's what's so impressive and that I'm so thankful for.
I mean, if you ever watched, I know everybody stopped in and had to see their afternoon stream when they get going, but they do everything to grow channels and promote people and build a family. They do what everybody that's a small creator needs a little help with. It gives them motivation and stuff. What they do for everybody else, and I know how much they've sent out to people. I see them give away stuff all the time, and that shipping and postage is not cheap. They always do for everybody else, and I've never seen them ask for a nickel. And if anybody has a little extra, it's a good place to help out, because going without heat in Michigan in late November with this cold snap coming in is not fun.
No, not at all.
Man, this list is pretty long. I'm actually surprised.
Randy said he just checked and he subbed to everyone in the chat. That's awesome, Randy.
That's what it's all about, Randy. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat, Luke. And guys, I'm trying to get these names in this list to get this done. I got most of it done, and then I just didn't finish this one here.
Yep, that's why I'm trying to go through them. And when I see some, I think that you need to be aware of, I guess. Leanne says in all caps, "We are family."
Agreed. We're all different nutcases, but you know.
Says in Michigan with snow, 6 boys, no heat. But we would never ask. Juice did it. That's,
I know.
again,
You gotta
that's
love
why,
Juice because he's not gonna he's just not gonna let something like that be.
Oh, Carrie says in Indiana, he's the one that lives in Plymouth.
Oh, he's in northern Indiana.
Yep.
I forgot. I wasn't thinking who you said.
That's okay. Hello, Just Be Cool. Good to see you.
Hey, I just put his name in here, I think. Maybe it wasn't. No, it was something else. I should have done this one first.
Thank you, Bear Magnetics, for posting the link. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Chris. There's this.
I just watched other Chris. I just watched Wicked. I can't even say it like, you know, without the flair, right? I just watched Wicked Dig Us, day 2 of Dig Stock, and I mean it's amazing how similar their experience was to ours, Shane. You know how we just kind of stumbled on that part, and Ken is the one that said, "Hey, I'm pretty sure there was a house there, but it's not on the most recent map that they gave us, but it's on the older map. So there's not really anybody that had detected there very much." So we went to that spot and found it. Man, there was all kinds of stuff from a couple hundred years, and we found just the 4 of us: 34 buttons, 6 coins, a Lesney toy, and a ton of relics. Just the 4 of us. And there were probably 15 other detectorists that came through there and found tons of stuff as well, including coins and buttons. And, you know, he said the same kind of thing happened for them. You know, day 2, they just hit a spot and he dug, U.S. large cent. He dug British coins in tons of buttons. And it was just amazing how similar the 2 experiences were. Chris is a great guy. That, you know, if I had one regret from Dig Stock, it's that I didn't get to spend more time with people. Like, you know, I didn't know you guys, got to hang out with you, but I would still like to have had more time. You know, just a few more days. But I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It's like Rick said, I met Rick up there, and you know, I talked to him that day. I basically invited him to come hang out with us, and then I never saw him again. I've only got 2 more names to put in, and we can run this. So
no problem.
That banker's check that Sonia found.
Yeah, that is so cool. So Jason, BC Treasure Trails, Sonia, I don't know if she's had it in one of her videos yet or not. I'm not sure, but she found a bank token from Canada there, and I can't even remember what year it was from. It's from the 1800s.
1837.
1837 bank token from Canada. It was awesome because obviously none of us had ever seen it before, so we're looking and trying to figure out what it was. Such a great find, and in a spot that all of us had walked over, but if you understand metal detecting, as you pull things out of the ground, the other signals below that become, I don't want to say visible, but you're able to hear them because you've gotten that one out of the way. And so she found it. It was awesome.
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go through and make sure I didn't have any people re-up in the meantime, and then we will start. What time is it, Gene?
It is 11 or 10:07. My bad.
Ooh,
where we live, we don't fall back, so I'm an hour ahead of everybody.
Okay, that's actually we had a couple drop off in the meantime. So whatever I have. Got everybody in here for the race. We're going to go 2 minutes and set it. I'm probably going to continue this for some of the folks in here. There's a few more things that I wanted to get to, but just a quick heads up for this Monday. Brian will be dropping an early video. I will be moving one of our part-timers into the 9:30 slot or there around. If somebody wants to move around a little bit and try a different time slot, Brian's going to drop a long video to start the day off to try to help build us up on Monday. He's kind of forfeiting his primetime spot because he wants to see another small channel get in there and grow. He's had such a great year. He wants to see somebody else replicate what he did in a year. So anybody that has interest in that spot, please let me know. Email's going across the bottom of the screen. I would gladly work you in. I'm definitely going to talk to the people that are already working first. Frank and Tyler, Looter 8, Southern Relics, give him the opportunity. If Mike wants to swing into that spot for one of our videos, he's more than welcome to. If anybody wants to bounce around and move, basically kind of like by seniority. This here is going to be one full free year of membership for the 99-cent Ohio River History entry-level program, folks. And this will probably be the last type of this one for this year, because I've got the St. Jude's recognition giveaway that I'll be doing instead of a Christmas giveaway. Usually I do stuff for, I did a lot of Christmas stuff last year, stuff I accumulated over the course of the year. This year it's all going to be in thanks for those who donated for St. Jude's, and then and anybody else that shows up that night gets entry into that as well, so that there's always a free entry, a free way to enter the contest. Notice I stress those words because that is one of the rules that we have to follow. Everybody else that donated will get an opportunity to win, and we're going to draw, I don't know how many prizes, but there will be a metal detector involved in that, and a few other odds and ends and accessories, just kind of stuff that I wanted to throw out there for everybody. So, all right, I got a 2-minute race up. I'm going to shuffle these guys a little bit. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mute this. And then I'm going to play my own music so I don't have to listen to it.
There we go. That's good. Shane, while I'm thinking about it, David Vila says he's just popping in to give you a big howdy.
What's up, David? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to play one of my favorite tracks to put in a video as we start this thing. Good luck, everybody, and thank you guys so much for support. This will be probably about the end of the day, so here we go.
Wow, what a lineup.
Shh. Oh, I got it muted. Haha. That's a lot of turkey.
That's a bunch of turkeys, man. And might I say that I'm thankful for turkey. And I can't wait till next Thursday.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready for some turkey. And then make some turkey and dumplings day after.
Yes, man.
Be sleepy, fat, lazy for a while. Kay's digging it. It's at the top. She's cruising along, but Dawn, the metal detective, is in the chef hack cruising as well. Jody Mosby. 1 minute to go. Row at digging, sneaking up. Here comes Gypsy Lola and the step 2. BC Treasure Trails Jason. Coming up through the middle. Get your giblets out of the way. Hot mess. Patty Disharoon.
Uh-oh.
Patty seems to have really good karma. Uh-oh. They're all bunching up. Judy Menzel pulls into the lead.
Judy.
Judy's pulling away. Who's it going to be? Is she going to run away with it? Judy going to run away with it? Oh
Yep.
my gosh, no.
No.
Greyhound Duo
Yes.
comes in at the end.
Nice.
Wow, Greyhound Duo sneaks in for the win. Just to let everybody know that one of the things that I'm most thankful for is those of you that hang out in here with me every week. You make me feel like that I'm doing something that's worthwhile. I'm glad that everybody comes together. I'm thankful that everybody in this chat gets along and we don't have any BS in here with people acting stupid or being over dramatic. It's just a cool place to be. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Probably only going to do 30 or so of these next year. I've done so many live streams. I went through my list, Gene, and on this channel, I'm up to 230 some lives.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
how long have you been on
I
YouTube?
couldn't believe it.
How long
When I
have you been
saw
on
the
YouTube?
list, I was just started scrolling through it, and that number was so high. But I don't know. It's something that I really enjoyed. Hey, Marty, thank you so much, brother. Thankful for Thirsty Thursday. Me too. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't probably know half of you as well as I've learned to know you guys. You know, Brian, for sure. AAP. Yeah, Luke, for sure, my friend. And like I said, I didn't mean to spill your family's business, and I know that's something you never would have done, but I definitely have a lot of respect for Juice to go out there and try to round up the troops and help out a little bit. And anybody, I would like to see that dropped out here one more time. Just drop his Cash App out here. I think it's hashtag Mr. AAP, if I remember correctly. Hashtag Mr. AAP if you want to drop a donation, because I know that it's going to a great cause and use, because you know, when you got 6 kids, you need it. I haven't yet, Tim. I haven't been back over there. Also, before everybody heads out of here, just one more favor. I got one favor to ask of you all today, and it's going to be this. So here we go. I'm going to copy this right here. Oops, shoot. Right here. Okay, I'm going to drop a link, and as you leave in here today, when you go on to do your next, whatever it is you're going to do next, I want you to go in here and drop an ORH raid and just say hi. You don't have to hang out, but go spend just a second of your time with my daughter and make her feel the love, because I got to run the boys to work. Everybody else, I thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna drop this thing out, Gene. I definitely appreciate your time, brother. It's always cool. I'm glad that you were my guest again tonight.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Everybody have a
Click
great
that
week.
link as you leave. Much love, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye.